We got news yesterday that there is a new adaptation of Judge Dredd being shopped around. Doesn't have a home yet, but it's being shopped around. Now, recently, we got news that there was possibly a continuation of Carl Urban's Judge Dredd happening. I believe I didn't do a video on it, but I did talk about it on stream at one point. I believe it was probably on Mellow Mondays where we discussed it, and we're all excited. But unfortunately, a few days later, it was confirmed that there was no Mega City 1 happening. Mega City 1 as a show was not happening because it said here that the Rebellion CEO, the Judge Dredd rights holder, Jason Kingsley, had publicly dispelled the rumors of a Carl Urban-led Dredd series. And that made us sad. But you know what? We said, okay, fine. We're just going to go back to hoping that Carl Urban could be Dredd again. And then yesterday, news dropped that this is why you don't wish for the things you love, the things you enjoy, the things you like, the things you want to see more of in the current era that we are in. This is why you do not say, please, sir, can I have it now? Because it has now been revealed that Taika Waititi is directing a new adaptation of Judge Dredd. And Drew Pearce, who's done a lot of other crap, is writing the screenplay. And it's now being shopped around via Hollywood Reporter, so this is a legitimate story. Here's the thing. Name me a good Taika Waititi movie. I admit, I do still sort of like Thor Ragnarok, but I would trade it and then make it go away if it meant Thor's character wasn't diminished in the MCU. Here's the problem. Taika Waititi is not a serious man. He's not a serious director. Remember his phrase, I'll destroy your mythos in a minute. This is a man that relishes, just like James Gunn, if you ask me, this is a man that relishes taking something that people love and doing it his way. And maybe the difference between him and James Gunn is James Gunn, I don't think James Gunn likes ruining things for other people. He just likes, he cares more about doing it for himself and pleasing himself. Taika Waititi gets pleasure, I believe, out of destroying things that people love, out of leaning into it and saying, I'm going to take it apart and reconstruct it and make it retarded with bad comedy and bad writing. That's why I think that's why I think he enjoys this. That's why when you hear he's going to tackle Judge Dredd, which memes from the Stallone movie aside, it wasn't a comedy. Judge Dredd is not a comedic property. Carl Urban's Dredd is a serious, grounded, gritty, dark movie. Recently, a couple months ago, Jed and I on Saturday Night Drive, and we did a discussion on it. We had a great time. Dredd is a fantastic movie. Very grounded, very little to pick apart from it. A lot of fun. And for over a decade, people have wanted more of Carl Urban as Dredd because he took it seriously, didn't take his helmet off, wanted to be genuine the role, really got into it. Because Carl Urban takes his stuff seriously. Taika Waititi does not. And yes, Carl Urban was not a director, he's an actor. But when you sign up an actor who takes this stuff seriously, it makes it, you could feel it. I mean, as bad as The Witcher was, Cavill took it seriously, and you could say I at least enjoyed him in it because he tried to work with what he had. Taika Waititi and Dredd is not a combination you want because he'll destroy it in a minute for his own entertainment and your pain and suffering, and then he'll rewrite it to something that it isn't. I swear to God, they'll have him writing fucking unicorns, shooting confetti from the lawgiver, and and he'll change the colors. I swear to God, I'll probably change the colors and everything. So Taika Waititi is not good for entertainment. He's not good for your IP. And the announcement that he's going to direct a Judge Dredd movie, which clearly will not be connected to the Carl Urban stuff, It's not connected to what Carl Urban did. It's not even probably connected to what Stallone did. It's a new one. And it's the last thing we need in this world where we are. I said this when I quote tweeted this. I said, this is the lingering effects of the worst timeline. We are distancing ourselves from the worst timeline. We're realigning with our natural timeline, but there's still lingering effects. It's still there. And Taika Waititi is an example. We're not out of these woods yet. We're not done with this yet. This stuff is still going to be happening for a few years, and even starting up again in some cases, because this is a new start. This is not something that's a holdover that will come out and be horrible. This is something made by somebody here and now who was still a product of that era. So here we go, Taika Waititi. This is going to be a disaster. Now, will it find a home? We don't know. This is not before we completely lose our minds on this. This is not a sure thing. It's searching for a home. He's just signed on to direct it, and Drew Pearce is still writing the script. So it's not a sure thing. And maybe we'll get lucky, and this will get flushed down the toilet along with all the dozen other projects that Taika Waititi says he's going to be a part of, but never gets around to because of his busy schedule, whatever the hell that means. So hopefully this will turn out to be a giant nothing burger, and we can then go about our day and keep hoping and praying that once Carl Urban is done being Johnny Cage, maybe somebody will sign him up to be Dredd again. Okay, we're done with that. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.